So in eliminating debt, I have another family that we're looking at Plan B. First of all, let me ask, do you have a mortgage at this time? Oh, you do not. Oh, that's nice. Well, if you do not have a mortgage at this time, then we will skip the second option. The second option was to consolidate your loans. Consolidate your loans and make it as one, and then proceed to pay that one debt. But in the example that I've just given, if someone had a 15-year mortgage and a 30-year mortgage, and they were able to consolidate and have a difference of $593 in monies left over, if they took that $593 and invested that money over a 30-year period, only $524. If they invested that $524 difference between the first mortgage that they had, which was $1,716, and the second mortgage, which was $1,912, the difference was $593. If they took that amount of money, invested it for 30 years at 8%, then they would have over $780,000 at the end of that period. Over $780,000 just in that difference, just in that small difference of that 524. Basically, in step 3, we help people get the tools where they can manage their debt, eliminate their debt sooner, and have the extra money in order to put forward towards retirement. And it's all about retiring, right? And the fourth one is step 4 would be a biggie. It's creating an emergency fund. A sound emergency fund. A number of people, when an emergency happens, they immediately run to their credit card. And when they run to their credit card, then they then proceed to pay for the credit cards over a long period of time. So a $1,200 bill could turn into a $4,000 bill with interest. Having an emergency plan could eliminate a lot of that. There are 4 factors that are part of a good emergency plan. And those factors includes the money being in a safe place, better return of interest, better than a checking account, be completely liquid, and be separate from your checking account, and be funded systematically. Have you ever built an emergency fund inside a checking account? Do you know how hard it is to not take money out of that checking account? It's difficult. It's difficult to tell where the lines of emergency fund starts and my plan began. I've done it, you've done it, we've all done it. And you need to keep a stash of cash too. A stash of cash, as a general rule of thumb, should be at least 3 months worth of income or salary, preferably 6 months, and keep it in a readily accessible place, a place that's easy to get to, and a place that could help you with the emergencies right away. The 5th step is to protect what you have. Protect what you have. In step 5, you want to protect your loss of income. You want to insure your family's assets. So we're basically talking about insurance. Sometimes not having insurance could be devastating. Myself, my husband passed away in 2011, and he had life insurance, and till the insurance company sent him a notice telling him that his premiums would go from $900 a quarter to $7,600 a quarter. And how many people can afford to pay $7,600 a quarter for life insurance? Not many. We couldn't. And as a result of it, we lost the life insurance, and we lost the protection that it could have afforded us. And it left me in a bad place. I'm happy to say I'm not in a bad place now, but it left me in a bad place then. And insuring a family's assets, that's very important. And we look at a person's immediate spending habits. We look at a person's immediate family. We look at the person's immediate debt. And the first thing you want to think about is, how are we going to protect this? And the only way that I can say that it can truly be protected without putting a lot of money on the line is through insurance or annuities if you have the time. So protection against loss of income, taking care of the family assets, those are important things. Those are important things to many people. And I'm pretty sure that's probably pretty important to you, right? I'm pretty sure. And the sixth step is building long-term financial independence. Staying ahead of inflation, minimizing your tax burdens. Have you ever heard of the Rule of 72? It's pretty neat. The Rule of 72 basically states that whatever number you divide into 72, that's how long it takes you to double your investment. For instance, the Rule of 72 would say that if you're receiving 8% interest, then you would divide 8 into 72, and it would take you roughly 9 years in order to recoup. If you divide 6 into 72, it would take you 12 years. If you divide 4 into 72, it would take you 18 years. So the reason that's important, the lower the interest rate, the longer it's going to take you in order to double your investment. And right now, what does 18 years, what does 36 years, what does that mean? What it really means is, if you have $100 and you invested it at 4% today, in 18 years you'll have $200. If you have $100 and you invested it over 18 years and then another 18 years, then you have $400. Now the question is, will $400 buy as much as $100 does today? I don't think so. Why? Because of inflation. Inflation on average has grown by, has averaged from 3% to 4% to more from 1926 through 2007. Cut.